Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to Timeout Tuesday episode 110 on the 14th of July. I am pre-recording this partly because my equipment won't be around next week. So, um, today we are going to look at boutique blossoms again, or what do we call it? Yeah, boutique blossoms. Yep. So I'm mainly going to be using stump sets with a little bit of DSP. Also using phrases and frames. Pardon me. For one of the sentiments, I believe. Yeah, I think that was what I used it for. So that's what we'll be using today. I don't think I used very much in this one, but yeah, used a lot of this one here. Pardon me. My voice is a bit croaky still, but I'm feeling much better. So let's get started. Okay, first card today is going to be this one. And I saw this one on Pinterest and it's from Just Judy Designs and I really liked it. So it's using these and the scallops as well. One of these scallops as well. So let me show you how I created this one. So basically what I did was I got one of my new favorite in colors. Let's pop that to the side and that to the side. This has moved a little bit and get all the stuff out that I need. Okay, so this is one of my new favorite in colors, hydrangea blue. It's such a beautiful, beautiful color. And what I did was when I was creating the other card, I cut the DSP right down the middle like that. And I used half for one card and half for the other. So let's get started and make the card. I used some of the blue DSP because you know me in blue, and that is going to go on there. But before I do that, let me get my tape. And I have my silicone out somewhere because I did get it out. And it's gone wonky, hasn't it? I don't see it there. That's okay. I will just do it on the paper. Just a little messier on the paper. I've had fun this week. It's been school holidays here, and I have been doing some scrapbooking, which I haven't done for ages. Okay, now that was very silly. I meant to put it on this, but I'll leave that for the moment because I'll need that in a second. What I want to do is put a run of tape across there and a run of tape across there. Okay, then I've got my two gold pieces, and I just used a gold strip, as you can see, and I'm just going to layer it at the top. And I'm going to layer it at the bottom exactly the same way. So it looks as if it's all the way across, and then I will get my scissors, which I was about to drop. I'm going to cut off the excess gold. One there and one there. Okay, so that is this piece here. So let's pop it. Before I do that, I've done that one. And I shall pop this one on here. So I want it to be in the center as such. That's pretty good. Okay, done. Right, now the next thing I want to do is take the scallop. Got a bit of paper on that. So I've taken one of the scallop sizes and I'm going to place it on the card. So just put some tape on the back. I think my tape is almost run out. And And I don't want it to go quite over to the other side, but about there. Okay. Now you can see that it pokes out a little bit. All I'm going to do now is cut that piece that is sticking over the edge off. Pop it in my recycling. So I end up with that. Okay, so that's basic base of my card. Now, I did this the other day because, so what I've done is I've gold embossed the outline of the roses using this one. Okay, so I've used that one. What else have I used? I have used the individual leaves, and I've used this. I think that's the only things I've used. Ah, and the little flower. Okay, so I'll show you how I did that. So I've got these, but before I put these on, I also cut out some Peaceful Pine, another one of my favorite colors. And that is going to go there. And that one is going to go like that, down there. Now you'll notice that I'm missing a little bit of a leaf, but that doesn't matter because I will show you why. It's going to be hidden by the rose. Now let me get my glue. I don't know where I put my silicone mat, but I know what I can do instead. I've got keep some scrap paper on my table, and this works quite well. Just pop it there so that I can glue on that, and then I just chuck it away. It's on its second use because it has something printed on the other side that I don't need anymore. So I'm just going to put a few dots of glue, as you can see, on the leaves. Okay, now I'll get my pick to pick that up. I'm being all fingers and thumbs this morning. Okay, and I'm going to pop that up like that. There we go. Now let's do the other one. Honey, what are you up to? I've got a dog that is prowling. Don't like when she prowls. The other one's asleep in the bed. She's quite content to just be there. Yes, miss, you're not allowed to prowl. No, she wants me to pick her up, but I'm not picking her up. Not right now. And that one can go on there. Okay, now to get my roses, this is what I'm going to add next. So I want to get some dimensionals, and I'm going to pop these on the back of this. Using these up. Been doing a lot of using up this last few days. The end of rolls of tape, dimensional edges. So never ever throw your edge away, because these are so useful. Just cut a few. Keep the larger piece in the corner for a moment. And that will be more than enough for today. Okay, so let's get that one and one more. There we go. Take the backings off. Sticky. That one isn't sticky. There we go. I'm going to pop that one up like that. And then I'm going to do the other one. 1, 2, 3, Four is probably more than enough. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this one's going to go like that. Okay. Now I've got all the other bits and pieces here. Let's pull those all out. Now I should have said that when I embossed these in gold and heated them, I used my water pen to colour them in because I wanted it to be really pale, and I thought the blends might be too strong. So this one here is going to go in there underneath. So what I will do is add a little bit of glue to that. And then after I had watercolored them, they were a little bit damp. What I ended up doing was I dried them again, and that made the gold stand out again. So that's just a little hint on that. Okay, so I've watercolored the leaves as well. This one's a bit wonky, as you can see. So I'm going to just, when it went through the embossing folder, it slipped, but it's still worth using, particularly if I'm putting it underneath another one. So let's get some glue in the back of that. Because I can pop that in like that. Then I'll get another one. And pop it on top like that. Okay. So I've done that and that. Going to put a dimensional on, let me see which one I'll use. I'll use this one here on this little flower. Take the back off and set that up there so it sort of tucks in like that. Now I've got another one, another flower here, but I've also got some more leaves. Okay, so I've got these leaves. What's that one? That's another flower. I'm going to keep that for the moment. As is that one, because I did multiples. Yeah, I'm going to pop this one up here, and I'm going to do the same thing with this one. Pop it in there. And I actually think I might add a second one there. Maybe there. Okay. Like that. Leave that one for the moment. And I've got to put one more dimensional on the other flower. Nearly done. Okay, pop that one down there. And this time I just want to take a little bit off that end because I see that that will be better. Okay. Grab my wing of Stella and add a little bit of highlighting to those. And I only have the sentiment to do. So I've cut the sentiment out like this. And I'm just going to free cut it around. So not any special design, just so each one will be different. Just don't want any really sharp points, and that can go in there. And let's put a few dimensionals on the back of it. 1, 2, 3. And take the backs off. And I'll pop that in here. Right there. Okay, so I've got one of these little butterflies. This is from a set called it's a 12 by 12, and they're punch out gold butterflies, and they're really cool. So what I'm going to do is I just want to add this little guy up top, up there. Now I've got my pearls here, and I'm going to use the hydrangea hue ones on this. Okay, I'll finish the front first. I'll pop one there. I might put a small one on this, and there's a bit of space down there. Put that one there. Okay, so that's the front of the card pretty much done. Let's do the inside. So what I've got is a piece of this, and I'm going to pop that across the bottom. And guess what? My tape has run out. That's okay. I was prepared for that, so I've got another one here. Okay. I knew it was going to run out. I could see that the red sign was, the red paper was coming very, very close to the end. This is just a strip that I had left over. Need to clean off my scissors. And then I'm going to put, I think I want to put one of these here on this, like that at the bottom. So let's do that first. So what I've done is, you'll notice I haven't colored in the leaf on this one. Can you see that? I didn't do that. But I'm not worried about that, because what I'm going to do is just set that over the top like that. Flatten it down. Got a couple of extra things left over, and I could even put that down there, but I won't. I'll keep those three for another time. Okay. Now to put that on the inside. And that will be where I can write. So it's card number 1. Really lovely little card. Okay, let's start on card number 2. That out of the way. That one was Just Judy Designs. This one was Terry Allen Designs, and I've just changed it a teeny bit. So I've made a twist on it. So this is Terry's design here, and whoops, you can see that she's used the Everyday Arches DSP and the rose again, and then I've just put that on the inside, and I've used different colored ribbon, and so on. So let's do that one next, okay? But I've added a twist to it. I don't know if you've seen this last couple of days on Facebook, on our Stampin' Up page. We've got a new toy. It's called a stamp and foil machine, and it is absolutely incredible. Been keeping this secret for a while, and it's been so much fun to get mine a few days ago and have a bit of a play with it. This is one of the effects that you can do with it. This is one of the foil pieces that I have added to this card down the bottom. You see how it's different from the other one? I just wanted to make it slightly different. So what I am going to do, first of all, is pop this DSP on the front of the card. Like that. It's so much fun to play with, and it's not difficult to play with. Now, I've used Crisp Cantaloupe, another one of my favorite colors, on this. And I've already stamped Have Your Fabulous Day in Crisp Cantaloupe. Just working out where I'm going to put these. Got a few extras there as well. Okay, so let's get these on. I'll pop the first one on. One. And then I'll do the next one. Whoops. And I might leave that one for a minute. I'll do the bottom one next. I want it to be about the same distance from the edge as that one. That looks pretty good. Okay. And then I'll pop this one in the middle. There we go. So that's the front, the basic front of the card. Now, got a little extra one there. Got some ribbon here, which I will use in a minute. It's probably too long, but that's okay. And I've got a couple of roses here. And I thought what I would use in the middle of this one is maybe a bit of golden glow. In the middle of it. I did the ink pad, but I'm thinking I might try this. Let's see how this goes. Don't know if it's as good to do this or not, but I just want to change the color a little bit in the center. Okay, now I've done that. It's like golden glow. And I'm going to get my Wink of Stella as well, because I want to, could have used the golden glow pen as well. That was the other thing I could have used there. It's got sparkle on it as well. I'm just going to do the outline of the flower petals. You can see it just adds a little bit of depth to it. Okay, let's turn it over. Add some dimensionals to it. 1, 2, 3. Take the backs off. One of my jobs today is to vacuum, and I'll pop that right there. Okay. Now, if I did want that to go out further, I could get my golden glow and just add a little bit more, but I think that's okay. I think I'm happy with that. Now, to get my little, I should have probably put this on first, but that I didn't. Got a little bit of gold foil, which features in the DSP, so it's a nice thing to use. I got a little bit of a goop on the edge of my ink thing. You probably can't see it, but see if we can get it off. There we go. And get my gold. And I'll pop it in there like that. Okay. Now what I should have done was put this on first, but let's get this. I'm going to take a little bit off that. Just going to keep it a bit smaller, folding it in half. And before I put this on, just going to put a little bit of tape there. Push this in and fold it up on itself like so. And then just do that. Whoops, that didn't work. Let's put a little bit on the end. And then I will tuck it in again. Come on, in you go. It's being stubborn. There we go. And I actually think, that rose needs another little dimensional on it, which is wandering. It's a wandering dimensional, this one. It's wandered to the back of it. Pop it there. Okay. Now I've got lots of little leaves here, and I am going to add these to the card. So let's just get some glue. Pop that one on there. This one down there. And I'll add another dimensional there as well. Done a few extras because I often do a few extras. This one I double stamped. So I did the outline and then I stamped off again and did the flower. So you can see here, you've got the outline, and then this is the fill in. So I stamped that bit off and did it on the rose. So yeah. So now I just want to put another dimensional underneath there, just to make sure that that stays in place. Let's, because it looks to me like it wants to jump up. That's better. Okay. Now, I actually think that's probably enough for the front. Okay. Let's put the dots on it. These, I'm going to use the peaceful pine ones for this. So I'm going to pop one up there because I thought they tone in with the background, but they also tone in with the leaves. That one there has moved, which is not what I want. There we go. And then I'm going to put a small one and a larger one there, and a small one and a larger one there. Okay, set those over there. Now I've got this, and I think I'm just going to pop that on the inside, similar to what I did on the other one. And I could actually do the same on the top as well, and then just leave the middle, which is what, just to change it a little bit from the other one that I created. So I've taken Terry Allen's design and just changed it a little bit, as you can see. Take that edge off. And let's pop this on the inside. And that ties the outside with the inside. See? Now I could use, if I wanted to, another rose down there, but I actually like what I've done, just leaving it like that. So card number 2. Now my final card for today was inspired by Tammy White. Now Tammy had made this. I don't know how she did hers, but I just did this. So I'm going to show you what I did. It's very, very simple card. Let's move that there. So it has a basic white base, and then it's got like a center fold. Okay, so it sits up like that when you set it up, but it's colored. So it's really, really simple to make. So basically what I did was I got my normal card and I cut 3 centimeters in on either side like that. Okay, now what I'm going to do then is just cut that off. Let's cut that off. one off there. I left it on so you could see. So I just cut up halfway up and cut that off. Okay, so I've got those two bits that I don't need. So that gives me my center flap. I'm not sure how Tammy did hers, but this is what I did. Okay, I'm going to place this, and it's not, if I was being economical, I could cut a piece out of this, but I'm not going to today. Okay. Partly because it's a very busy day for us today. My grandchildren are performing this afternoon, my son's children, and we're going to see them perform. And this will be I think the third time I've gone out this week, after being inside for 3 weeks. I'm going to pop that there. So let's pop this on. And we're almost done. There we go. Now, I've got 2 more strips of gold. And this time I'm using the opposite side of this cardstock. You can see that it's the same as that, but I'm going to use the blue side. So let's turn those over. So the blue side is down. Pattern side is up. And pop this on so here. And that will go on that side. Let's do this one. The same. And pop it on that side. Now, all I have to do is put some tape on the back of both of those. We've got our base made. Okay, so I'm just going to put one here with a little white border around it. There's one, and the other one on this side, the same, with a little white border around it. Now you will notice that when this flops down, it sits on top of that, okay? So there we are. That's the main basis of the card. Now, I've done a bit of cutting out here. And again, I've used my new foil machine for this one as well. But let's get some frontage on it, okay? So I've done my peaceful pine again. And I'm going to put these 2 down here, like that, on the bottom. And I know that they're going to go out over the edge, but that I'm okay with that. So let's just put a little bit of glue on the back of this. Turn that over. It doesn't have to go all the way over. Oh gosh, that didn't help, did it? There we go. And then this one, going to do the same. Might do a wee bit there. Just want to make sure I don't put it right up at the tip because I'll get glue on the blue bit and I don't want that. And I'm just going to do it like that. Okay, so it looks a bit like a wreath, right? Now, the next thing is I've cut out some roses with the die cut, which is this one here. And what it does is, if you can see, it cuts lines in the flower. Okay, so I'm going to place. I've got some different kinds of flowers here. I've crust cantaloupe. I have basic white, and I have hydrangea blue. So that's my flowers. Those are extras at the moment. So, and I might add another one when I've put the flowers on. Okay, so let's get to the smaller ones. And I'm just going to use tape on this one. And I will pop it right there. Got one of the other smaller ones. There's 2 of those. There's a bigger rose and then this one. And I'll put it on as well. And it's going to go there like that. Okay, now I've got my rose. You can see it's so pretty, isn't it? So I'm going to add some dimensionals to this one to raise it up off the page. Take the backs off. There we go. Pop it on here. So you can see that these sort of can pop out a little bit. I'll pop it there. Okay, so that one you can see is raised up compared to the other ones. Then I've got two of these very cute little flowers that I'm going to put some glue on the back. Pop one there and another one. I shall pop in there if I can get it in. There we go. Okay. Now this is one of the sentiments. They come in a whole lot, and then you can cut them out. And I use this because I thought this was absolutely perfect for up here. So put it on dimensionals and put it on a base. I will show you how I did those in a further further video, but just for now, here's to another year. Cuts out, so you gold foil it or silver foil it or pink foil it, and then you put it through your machine and cut it out. And that is, I believe, almost the front of the card. What if I use this in here like that? I think that would be really good. I haven't it's slightly different from the other one I did, but that's okay. You notice it's stuck to the other flower. And that is what I wanted to do there. Okay, move those to the side for now. Okay, and I could, if I wanted to, I could even put that down there on the bottom corner, which I think I will do. Like that. And I could put that on top of it. Let's do that. Like that. And let's close this up so it doesn't make a mess. Wipe my hands off. Okay. Now I'm going to get both of these. Let's take that out of the way. Can do something a little different in this one. Okay, so in the center of these ones, I'm going to do cantaloupe. Whoops. Oh, do I want to do? No, I'm not doing I'll actually do the golden glow one. So it looks like it's got a yellow center. There we go. So I've got a yellow one and that, and I'll put one on this one as well. Probably moved that too far up. There we go. Now, I want to put some butterflies in this as well. What color should I use? Let's pull them out and see what I could use. We're doing some green ones in this one. They would show up quite well. Maybe I'll put one up there. Another large one there. The other one that I did, I used blue ones, but I actually think the green ones are quite good on this. And where should I put the other one? maybe here. Okay. And I think that's my card finished. Okay, so let's have a look at the cards that we made today. Take that out of the way, that out of the way, that out of the way, the paper out of the way, and we'll look at what we've done. Okay, so recap. Card number one, which was the Just Judy Designs and watercoloring, and that's that one. Card number two, which is in Crisp Cantaloupe, which is another of my favorite colors. And I've used the Everyday Arches. I've used something from the new gold foil machine on the bottom of this one. You can see that it just adds a little bit to the bottom of the card, and put some ribbon on it. So that was Terry Allen. And then I have the Tammy White one. Okay, so in this one I used the Sending Bunches of Love, and this one Here's to Another Year. And then inside I've done that as well. So there's room to write inside. Whereas on this one I stamped on the inside, but I really like having done that there. I think that's good. So those are my 3 cards with scallop blooms today. I hope you like those. I actually quite like them. I'm still unsure what I'm doing next week. I'm thinking I might even do a Christmas in July card next week. I'm not sure yet. I just have to think about that a little bit, but those are my cards for today anyway. So 14th of July 2026, scalloped blooms and boutique blossoms. That's the main things I've been using, plus these little sayings from the gold foil machine and some gold foiling. Okay, I will talk to you all soon. I hope you've enjoyed my cards today, and I will see you next time. Bye, everyone.